first goal of the year goes for the Raiders.
Oh, beautiful shot there. Nicely done. Gets the pin.
How was that beautiful? Onside kick, and it's recovered by Hastings.
And he's rung up for strike 3.
The Blowie! Touchdown Raiders!
Great effort and good plays by both teams. We are prepared, we will play hard, and we will play within the spirit of the rules. This is our game, and we appreciate when you honor us.
Please respect the coaches and officials. They are our teachers and neighbors. They are certified, dedicated, and they will give their best. We can't have this game without them. Refrain from negative comments or any behavior toward that disrespects or disrespects them and our game. If it's not positive, it's just not healthy.
Welcome to Todd Field at McNamara Stadium, where we have a doubleheader soccer matchup today. We have the boys team going first at 11 and the girls team at 1. Both teams taking on the Bloomington-Jefferson Jaguars. It's going to be a great matchup of two section teams going at it. Looking forward to this first matchup. My name is Kyle Kreiser, joined by Jeremy Reuter. Both of us are educators here in Hastings and also soccer coaches here in Hastings as well. Jeremy, you know this boys team quite well. Give us a quick rundown of what we should look forward to in this first game.
So the boys team for Hastings here likes to move quick. You see a lot of quick movement up the sides if things are going well here for us. In the back defensively, they like to push up forward and kind of shorten the field.
Awesome. Yeah, and both teams kind of started off their season earlier this week. The Raiders defeated Eastview 4-3 in a really great battle. They were down 3-0 at one point, fought back, clawed back, and ended up winning the game 4-3. Jefferson started off the year going against Park Cottage Grove and lost 2-0, but a very evenly matched showdown. Last year, these two teams faced each other. Jefferson defeated the Raiders 3-1 last year. Really, when you look at where they finished last year, both are kind of in the middle of the pack of their respective conferences. Jefferson is in the Metro West Conference with the likes of Orono and Chanhassen and Chaska and some really tough teams out west. The Raiders on the flip side are in the Metro East with tough teams like Matamidi and Hill Murray and St. Thomas Academy. So very, very evenly matched in regards to competition. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
Yeah, it should be a good game.
Yeah, I'll kind of go through the starting lineup really quick before we get rolling here. For the Raiders, they're going to start off with the following guys on the field. In goalie, we have Devin Hampel. We also have forward Jed Carlson, one of their captains. We have Brody Geib in the midfield, Sam Sanchez, another forward. We have another defender, captain Riley Stewart. We have Jackson Rentz on defense as well. We have Sebastian Strauss in midfield along with Ethan Schock. We also have Tony Lau in the midfield along with Johan Rova-Hagner and Xavier Beal. We'll get to the Jefferson lineup in just a second, but we're going to get started here on the first game of our doubleheader. Playing it back to Rova-Hagner, to Rentz, swings it around to Beal. You know, one of the things that Coach Swanson talked about in their success before is when they can play the ball wide, they find their most success and they find their gaps. They got a lot of speed up front from what I've seen in their opening scrimmage and what I've seen from last year. And although if you look at their roster, they do have kind of a blend of, you know, senior, juniors, and sophomores. They have a lot of guys with varsity experience.
Yeah, a lot of returning guys from last year, which always helps. A lot of these guys have played together since they were young.
Yeah, and I tried to prod and get information from Coach Swanson in regards to who are your kind of star players, but he really emphasized that they're a team this year. That it's more about we than me. And even talking to Dan Schock, one of their assistants as well, he said really a variety of different guys can step up and score at any time with this group.
Well, and that's what we saw against Eastview the other night, you know, 4 goals from 4 different guys. So it's kind of whoever's available at the time. Which
makes it increasingly difficult to defend when you have that many guys that can score and are good on the ball.
Exactly.
For the Jaguars, we'll kind of run through their lineup really quick. We have Anya in the back line along with Goddard in the midfield. Hatab in the midfield, number 10. We have Lara Sanchez, number 7 in the midfield. Bennett Lemon, one of their captains, at forward, along with Melanin in goal. Nice shot there. He goes at goal.
Carlson there, yeah.
Carlson with an early shot to get us started. Kind of going back to the Raiders lineup, Carlson is probably their go-to scorer if you look at the results from last year. He's also a returning all-conference player. They look to him a lot to kind of attack at goal. Kind of wrapping up some of the lineups for Jefferson. Niagaka as a forward, number 6, one of their captains. We have Olet, their back line, number 13. Satuma in the back line, number 15. And Connor Stanley, their midfielder, number 11. Sam Sanchez with another nice shot. Testing that goalie early on.
Should be corner there.
Early corner for the Raiders. Love to see him testing out a goalie early on to see what they go and what he's got.
Yeah, from a coaching standpoint, nothing worse than waiting till halftime to test a goalie.
Yeah, and I think you talked about it in that Eastview matchup, right? They didn't really test that goalie until the second half, and then they kind of found out that there was some weaknesses there.
Absolutely.
Carlson taking the corner, goes short. Kind of a nice dummy there.
Sebastian Strauss on the attempt there.
Reset here, trying to play. Kind of a miss hit there by Riley Stewart. Wisely just clears it out. Strauss has a little space, though. Let's see if he can get a little run at the defense here.
He's got Sanchez in the middle.
You're going to hear the name Sanchez a lot today, not only from the boys' side, but his sister Sienna is on the girls' varsity squad as well. So you're going to hear the Sanchez name quite a bit. Good attempt by the Raiders on the streaking guy coming in. That was Ethan Schock with the shot attempt there. Kind of deflects off Jackson Rentz there in an odd bounce. You can see he's kind of shook up a little bit in the face there. Wasn't ready for that deflection. You know, there is some familiarity here, too, with the Raiders and the Jaguars. The coaches actually know each other quite well.
Yep.
The Raiders coached by Jamie Swanson. He's in his 9th year as the head coach. And for the Jaguars, Danny Storleen, who actually is a Park of Cottage Grove alumni. And these guys actually played on the same club team when they were in high school together. So it's kind of fun that they can kind of rekindle their relationship. I'm sure it's a very competitive relationship at that. Jed Carlson with a nice little through ball. Good attempt. Goalie comes out.
Keeper.
Yeah, and we were just kind of notified of that. Storleen actually coached here for 2 years. He's one of the most well-respected coaches in the state. He's been at Bloomington-Jefferson for over 20 years and has found a ton of success. He's also a club coach at Minnesota Thunder Academy, one of the top clubs in the state as well, running their girls program. So a well-respected coach, and I know there's a lot of respect for this Bloomington-Jefferson program after talking to Jamie Swanson. Nice shifty moves there by Hatab. 12 swings it in. Niagaka's open there.
Offsides, though.
They're going to call offsides. Yeah, he just was offsides by a step there.
And that's one thing I was talking about before, trying to keep that high line, force guys offsides, give yourself the ball back.
Yeah, Coach Swanson mentioned that one of the biggest challenges they've had in the past few years is guys like to commit forward. And once they commit numbers forward, it's sometimes hard to get you back on defense. And so I'm sure Jefferson will be looking to exploit that if they can get numbers forward on that transitional period. Xavier Beal now with a nice little pickpocket there. Goes to Jed Carlson. Not a lot of numbers forward, though. There's Brody Guy with the ball on the outside here. Going to swing it in. And out of bounds. Raider throwing.
I'm really blue. I don't know what you're seeing on your screen, Hunter. I'm not seeing any blue here.
Rova Hagner now with the ball. Swings it around exit to Beal here.
Finick around with the lighting.
If I say the wrong first name for the Beals, correct me, Jeremy. I know there's a bunch of Beal boys.
On the scoreboard.
And as I mentioned before, I'm fortunate here to be with Jeremy because Jeremy's son, Jacob's on this team. And so he's coached, I believe, almost every single boy in this team at one time or another.
Yeah, I think there's only one or maybe two that I haven't coached up to this point in their career. So it's a good group of boys.
Well, and it's good to have you because I tell you, having that relationship with those guys, you know kind of their strengths and weaknesses and kind of where they play on the field. Nice move there by Lindman.
Good recovery on Beal's part, though. Just stay with him.
Yeah, Lindman just kind of fighting for that ball. Good clear out by Beal. Nice touch by Schock. See if he can get something going here. He's got Carlson on the outside.
Oh, that's a nice pass.
Yeah, good wheels on the outside. He's got Sanchez streaking down the middle if he can get him there. Tries to change fields. Good ball by Geib. Sam Sanchez with the turn.
Jed with the shot.
Ooh, I like it. Kind of goes inside the boot. Tries to go inside and curl it to the near post. No success there, though. Good early attempts by the Raiders, though, testing the goalie. I believe they have 3 shots, quality attempts at this point at their goalie. And they do have a young goalie. He's a sophomore. I don't know much about Mullinen, but anytime you see an underclassman goalie, I think as a coaching staff, you want to test him early. And the Raiders roll out Devin Hampel, a senior, who's been with the program for a long time. So a nice through ball attempt. Hampel's out, though. Wisely clears it out.
Sorry if you're going to have to tell me to
high bouncing ball here back. Rentz got it here.
Smart play by Rentz. So it looks like Rova Hagner's kind of playing that central midfield role where he's really slick with that ball. He can turn and kind of see people streaking down the sideline. It kind of looks like they play a 2-center mid-roll, one that kind of drops defensively. Nice shot attempt by Niagaka. Hampel all over it, though.
Schock with the header there.
I should let you know, Hunter, that my spark plug is not
Sanchez fighting for that ball. Geib keeping chase here. Looks like one of the guys lost a shin guard in the process. Good battle by Sam Sanchez. Niagaka battling there with Rova Hagner. Ooh, good through ball attempt. He saw that guy streaking down the left side. That was Connor Stanley streaking down the left side. Just had his hand up for a split second. Made that run. And wise move by the player just to find him streaking down that quickly. Nice 1-2 touch there to Sebastian Strauss. He's got Geib in the middle as well. If he can swing it across. He's got 2 guys on his left. Strauss with the left-footed ball. Nice ball to Carlson. Good attempt, though.
Yep.
And left-footed cross there by Strauss, who I think is predominantly right-footed, too. That's pretty impressive. I think anytime you have an unfamiliar foe, too, that you play, you kind of feel each other out for the first couple times. Nice through ball. Niagaka's got some space. Oh, this might be a foul. They're going to call it. Is it outside the box, though?
Should be just outside.
Yeah, it looks like the foul. They're going to mark it just on top of the box. Where he's standing right now, it looks like they're going to call that outside the box. And Hampel was going for the ball the entire time. It was pretty clear. Niagaka just was shifty with the ball. You can see here on the replay. And it looks like it's just outside the box. Oh, they are going to mark it inside the box. Look at that second step. Trying to decide back and forth here. Okay, that's what we thought. They got a card for Devin Hampel on that. That was the right call. You know, anytime you're impeding on someone's forward motion going towards goal, you got to give them a card here.
Oh, absolutely.
Might be lucky not to even get a red there when he's going towards goal.
Being that last defender is always dangerous, right?
Yeah, it looks like Hatab's going to line up for this free kick. Everyone's kind of backing away, although number 8, Goddard, is right next to him too. So it's decided if they want to go left-footed or right-footed here. Looks like 10 is.
Yeah,
Number 10 is going to be the kicker, although they have 2 guys on the ball. Well, Goddard's to Hatab. Ooh, nicely done by the wall.
Good job by Beal getting out there and clearing that.
Yeah, they tried that through ball a few times to Niagaka, and he's found some success. He's found some gaps there. He's just got to time his runs well. But they're testing the defense early, seeing if they can find some speed with Niagaka and going at him here. Nice move by Hatab. Strauss keeps it in here. To Shock, see if he can turn. Throw in Raiders. Roba Hagner's got some space if he can attack here. Just can't link up with Sam Sanchez here. Plays it over to Lara Sanchez. To Lindman. Little combination play there. Lindman didn't read it. Rentz just tries to clear it out. Beal on the ball now. Plays it over to Shock. Shock outside to Tony Lau. Carlson making the run to the left side. He's got a little space, but closes down quickly by 15. That's Thomas Satuma. So no real great scoring attempts at this point, but we've had a lot of shots on goal. So, Jeremy, give us a quick rundown for people that don't watch a lot of varsity soccer. What are the minute halves that they typically play in varsity soccer? Is it 40-minute halves? I'm assuming
40
it is.
yep, 40 for varsity.
And there won't be overtime since it's not a section game, correct? Will there be overtime too? Okay. 2 overtimes? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, no golden goal.
Gotcha.
Varsity soccer.
We're just giving our fans a heads up on that because, again, we got a lot of people tuning in for the first time watching our Raiders soccer team here. You know, talking to Coach Swanson and Coach Waggy, though, they're really excited about this team this year. Last year, they struggled a little bit to kind of start off the season. They only ended up with 3 or 4 wins on the season, but had some really good battles against some state-ranked teams. This year, they feel like they can kind of surprise some teams because people look at their record from last year and assume that they're not going to be very good. But starting off the year with a big win against an Eastview squad that's usually a really tough team does help their cause.
Yeah, it was a pretty exciting night for the boys. They were pretty pumped. Eastview's perennially a tough team, you know.
Yeah, and a team that thumped them the year before too, and to beat them in the first game of the year, that's pretty awesome. Nice ball by number 10 there. Hatab with a beautiful out-wide ball.
Shot here.
Ooh, just over the bar. Good attempt there by Connor Stanley. Hatab with a beautiful out-wide ball. He cut in. Stanley just cut in to his right foot. Had a shot just over the crossbar. You can see on this replay, he just misses that far post. Looks like the Raiders are going to switch things up a little bit, give Geib and Sanchez a little breather. Yeah, it looks like Tyler Brockman's coming in right now, along with Weston Schultz. Slick foot skills there by Hatab.
We do typically do stuff better when we feel bad.
They swing it around here, back to Lindman. You can see everything kind of operates through Lindman. They go right through him. Back to Niagaka, nice through ball. They go far post, nice touch. That's a beautiful finish. Great play there by Jefferson. And Connor Stanley finishes off what he just missed before. Connor Stanley with that finish. Niagaka with the assist on that. Beautiful piece of soccer there. Swinging it out wide, crossing it in. Great finish by Jaguars here. Again, we're going to see it on replay. You can see Niagaka looks for that through ball. Simple handout. And they are going to
adjustment here.
Now, it's hard for us as commentators here. We can't see the sideline referee, so we didn't even see his hand up. It looks like they're going to call offsides on it. We couldn't see the angle here, but it looks like he was just off by a step, and you could maybe see that on a replay there.
Let's see if we see it here on the replay.
Now, this is an attempt before. If we can replay that through ball, I don't think we can see it again, but he must have just been off by a half a step. So Niagaka, when he was streaking across, must have had that step on the defender. All right, they are going to call offside, so it remains a 0-0 score. Lucky break for the Raiders. They're going to see it. Yeah, we just see it right
just
there.
Step offside.
Rova Hagner with the ball in the midfield. Sees a streaking Ethan Schock. He's got one more to the outside if he can find him. No, oh, they are going to call a foul. Good. I was going to say that arm was up above the waist. They'll call that 9 times out of 10. And Jeremy, you were saying in the game against Eastview a couple days ago, they scored a couple free kick shots from way out. So the Raiders are pretty lethal from this position.
Yes, two of the goals on their game against Eastview came from deep set pieces like this.
Okay, so Sebastian Strauss is lining up for it next to Ethan Schock. We got either guy that might take it here. Looks like Strauss is going to take it with the left foot. Takes a deflection. Wisely cleared out by Jefferson. Linman taking chase against Tony Lau. Nice through ball to Linman. He's got some space. And he finishes.
Just a nice, even, steady shot.
That was Bennett Linman, number 5, with the goal for the Jaguars. Yeah, and that was one of the things that Coach Swanson talked about, that transitional piece, kind of getting back on defense. Jefferson just had a little bit of a gap. They pushed too many numbers forward, and all of a sudden, you know, you got 1v1 with a little bit of space, and they take care of it. Adam Schmaltz now in the game, number 10. He gets his first touch. Oh, no, sorry, that's Sebastian Strauss. That's my bad.
He's just playing on the other side of the field for a minute.
Yeah. Jag Carlson's got some space. See if he can get it to Sebastian Strauss here. He's got Schock streaking down. Doesn't see him, though. Back to Weston Schultz. Schultz plays it wide to Tony Lau. Lau to Carlson. Carlson swings it around to Strauss, but he is offsides on that. Good find, though, by Jed Carlson. He saw him streaking down that right side. He was there.
Just a step late.
So Jefferson with the restart here. Nice deep ball. Rentz wisely clears it out. Brockman plays it back to Lau. Carlson with the ball now. Nobody down the middle. Good attempt, though. I think he thought Weston Schultz was going to make that run or Schock. Another ball to Linman. Looks like he's offsides, though.
He is.
Guy's got his. Yeah, they're going to call that. So good through ball attempt again, but he is offsides by quite a few steps on that. But you can definitely tell early on in this game who Jefferson's going after. They want Niagaka and Linman, 2 of their guys that had a lot of goals last year for him. They're going right to him.
And they're both fast up top, so it's a good decision.
Yeah. Linman's just so shifty up top. He has just give him a step and he's gone. And Niagaka's been able to time his runs a couple times too. You can tell those guys have played together. They can play well off each other. And they're well coached. So we're back in the action here. Jefferson wisely clears it out. Throwing Tony Lau here to Riley Stewart. Plays it over to Weston Schultz. Rentz goes wide to Beal. He's got Strauss streaking down if he can find him. And a little bit of a miss hit there. Hatab's got the ball here, trying to push forward.
A little bit of a push there.
Yeah, Rova Hagner kind of left his arm up above his waist, and all of a sudden they're going to call that fall. Back to Niagaka, who quickly turns, plays it out wide to number 14.
Number 12.
Number 12, excuse me.
Good block in the center on Jackson Wrent's part. The Bloomington corner here.
Yeah, Hatab looks like he's going to line up to take it. And again, for our fans in Bloomington, we want to just give a quick shout out to HCTV in Bloomington. They're tuning in today, and we're glad to have the Bloomington TV stations here watching a beautiful day of soccer and promoting kind of local access television. We're fortunate here in Hastings to have a great television station with HCTV that broadcasts a variety of sporting events, no matter what the season. And a big shout out to Hunter Pinky as well for doing a great job always promoting Hastings athletics. Now we got Adam Schmaltz in, coming into that left defensive position here. Schmaltz with his first touch here. He's 17. Goes wide to Rova Hagner. Some slick foot skills, but out of bounds. Tries to go to Lindman, but Lindman not making that run. So it's kind of funny, you know, we talked to Swanson and we talked to Waggy and we talked to some of their other coaches and it's kind of talking about the success that they've had and where their weaknesses are. And so far it's kind of been spot on. Good individual skills, but trying to figure out how to play together as a team. Rentz plays it back to Hampel. Lara Sanchez pressuring that ball, making it difficult. Niagaka's got another little breakaway here. Ooh, hits the post. Good attempt by Niagaka, making that near post run. I don't know if Hampel thought he was going to shoot it there. Hatab trying to cut that corner. He does. He turns the corner on Schmaltz. Another near post attempt, but goes side netting. Jefferson been the aggressor the last 15 minutes. They've been taking it to him. You can see here's the replay. Hampel goes wide. And Niagaka picks the pocket there. Rentz just plays it out of bounds here. Now, as you did mention, Jeremy, Raiders were late starters in the last game, too. They went down early, 3-0 against Eastview, and clawed their way back. So they're never out of a game.
Correct. These boys work hard. They'll play to that final whistle for sure.
Yeah. And you said that they found a lot of success, a lot of these guys in the summer playing for various different clubs.
Yeah, a variety of different clubs here. For the hometown teams here for HFC, both the 17s and the 19s make it to the Final Four. The 17s played in the USA Cup, took second there.
Wow.
So it's a good season overall.
Yeah. And you said the 17s and the 19s made the Final Four, which means basically the Final Four teams in the state. And to find that success is a definite huge success when you can play together all summer and find the way to win. I mean, I think that's huge in the game of soccer. When you found success, it really carries over to the fall season.
It gives everybody a chance to work together in the summer, keep those skills up.
Yep. Rentz just clears it out again with Lemon streaking in him hard. And one of the challenges, too, is sometimes if guys play for different clubs, too, trying to get them to buy in and play cohesively, that's a tough challenge as a coaching staff.
Absolutely.
Tob swinging it around and trying to change fields. Plays it across to Anya. Nice turn there by Lara Sanchez. Back to Niagaka, who shot attempt with the left foot. Hampel all over it. And this is the first home game for the Raiders. They were away at Eastview in the first game. Now a little bit about the Metro East Conference that the Raiders are in. There's some really tough teams in their conference, including preseason #1 team in the state in Class 2A, Hill Murray. So Hill Murray, the clear favorite in their conference this year. They pretty much dominated last year, the entire conference. For Jefferson, they have the #5 ranked team, Orono, in Class 2A in their conference. So Metro East, Metro West Conference, equally as tough. Definitely have different opponents, but again, you have some of the top-ranked teams in the state. So I'm sure for the Raiders and the Jaguars, they want to get wins as much as they can, not only for section play, but overall your QRF score, they look at that when they look at the section seeding. It makes a huge difference because you may not win against every team in your conference. Swings it wide to Schmaltz here. Strauss loses the ball. Niagaka now have a little breakaway to Lindman. Lindman trying to turn on the ball here. Rova Hagner wisely just kind of clears it out. There's Stanley again looking to turn on that left side. So shifty on that left side. He's really found some success kind of cutting in on the Raiders.
Yep.
Good a shot. Are they going to call a handball? They are. So it looked like Lara Sanchez was the one with the shot attempt, #7. They are going to call a handball on Jackson Rentz. Yeah, you can see the referee calling right away. they're rock, paper, scissoring to figure out who's going to take the shot. I love it. Looks like Hatab is won. He won the draw, so he gets to be the winner here and take the PK against Devin Hampel. I've never seen that before.
You know, I see that a number of times in the summer. You know,
Yeah.
boys keep it a little more lighthearted there. This is a little more. I don't see it as often in high school.
Yeah. All right, so it'll be Hatab and Hampel. Let's see what happens. Nice shot in the lower left corner. And the Jaguars take a 2-0 lead. That was 10. Yep.
Smart at Hatab's part. You know, I watched Devin a lot this summer in some shootouts, defending against those penalties, and sometimes stop 4 or 5 shots in a penalty shootout. So definitely have to go low and away on him if you want to have a chance.
Well, there was no stopping that shot. That was a beautiful approach. That lower left corner, you slot that low, good luck. So Raiders find themselves down again. We've seen this in their first game, down 2-0. But we'll see. They've been known to claw back. There's a lot of grit on this team.
Absolutely.
And they're playing a variety of guys in different positions. They've swung Strauss now over to the left side, swung Schock to the outside and the right. They kind of put Weston Schultz in that center mid position now. Sam Sanchez back in, nice turn on the ball. Sometimes switching your formation or switching guys to different sides gives defenders a different look, which, you know, sometimes you don't know what their skills are when you switch guys to those different roles.
You're trying to take advantage of a weakness maybe you see somewhere or an advantage for you.
Yep. Limon back on the ball, plays it wide to Stanley. That top 4 with Stanley and Lindman and Hatab, they're fun to watch. Man, they have some good skill on the ball. Out of bounds there by Strauss.
And like we talked about before, those quick transitions have paid off for him.
Yeah. And they've been able to turn on the ball. They've had a little bit too much space so far where they can turn and find the open man. Niagaka to Hatab. Back to him. Beautiful 1-2 combination. Niagaka going to take it to goal. Goes left foot, near post. Hampel's easily covering that near post shot, though. Great combination play by the Jaguars, though. Hampel going to throw it out wide to Strauss. Schmaltz on the ball.
Yeah, like the shadows are super high.
Swings it across.
Like super oversaturated.
You can tell they switched Carlson and Strauss now. Kind of give him a different look. Rent's on the ball here. Man, he is tough. You can tell he's got that center defense mode where he just fights for that ball.
And he's dangerous from range, so keep an eye on him out here.
Yeah, Sanchez got a little space. Always looking for a run for Rents. It's just not happening. And it goes out of bounds for a goal kick. So about 13 minutes to go here. Early 2-0 lead for the Jefferson Jaguars. They've looked all the part. And just a reminder for our fans that are watching at home, if you can't make the game live in person, but you still want to come out and watch some soccer, our girls team plays at 1 o'clock against the Jaguars. A little doubleheader action against Bloomington-Jefferson here. Always great to come support Hastings Athletics. If you can't make the first game, come see the second one.
And always a beautiful stadium. There's a number of teams that, for non-conference play, request to play here instead of playing at home. So I think the Raider boys have only 5 away games this season.
Really? Ooh. Yeah, clearly tripped Hatab there.
But you probably want to go with Alex.
Strauss showing some shifty footwork on the ball there. You can see it right here. Kind of cuts back, loses the ball at the end. Hatab trying his own footwork at the end there, but was tripped in the end. Hatab with left-footed shot from way out. Had a chance on that, but just went a little high with it.
Brody Geib coming back in here.
All right, see who he's checking in for. Looks like Rova Hagnar is going to take a little breather. Geib going to go back to that center mid position.
Goalie has it. Pink shirt goalie guy.
Plays it out wide to Beal. Their back line has stayed pretty much consistent here, with the exception of Schmaltz coming in at the end. Rents goes wide. Kind of Weston Schultz loses it there. Connor Stanley on the ball here. Goes to Lara Sanchez. Swings it wide to Hatab.
Threatening. Sorry, lost track of the ball while I was doing that.
Hatab on the ball again. A little push in the back by Sanchez. Yeah, I think they've found their most success here when Hatab can make those runs. Man, he just can find a little seam and make a run, and then all of a sudden guys play off of him. That's where they found their success on various occasions so far in this first half. Good attempt at that long ball. Hatab back on the ball. Nice turn. Plays it wide to McElvet. Uh-oh, got some space here. Nice shot. Covered up by Hampel. He's in the right spot at the right time. Lara Sanchez with the shot attempt there. Sam Sanchez with a nice battle for the ball and turn. He's got some space on the right. He's got Carlson streaking. See if he can take him one-on-one here. Tries to cut the corner. And that'll be a corner kick attempt. Or are they going to call it a goal kick?
Came back off Carlson,
Yeah.
so they're signaling.
Hard to tell from where we're standing. It looked like it was a corner kick, but it must have deflected off his foot. See if we can get a replay on that at some point in time. Either way, it's Jefferson's ball with about 10.5 minutes to go. 10.5 minutes to play in the first half. Again, Jefferson in those white jerseys with the light blue numbers that make our job difficult. They're going to play on. In the Raiders in the dark blue and yellow lettering, which makes our life a little bit easier.
Yep.
Sebastian Strauss showing off some fancy foot skills yet again. Goes to Sanchez. Tries to one-time it. Not a lot of success. Hatab again has some space here. Geib trying to fight back. Nice left-footed ball. Plays it wide for Niagaka. Schmaltz on it. See if he can battle with Niagaka here. Niagaka trying to take him one-on-one here. Good work by Schmaltz there. Way to battle him. Very few people can push Adam Schmaltz off the ball. That kid has hit the weight room hard and looks like a different kid.
Yep, a lot of difference in a couple years there.
Yeah. But Niagaka has found some success making runs on that right side. Looks like Beal's going to come over on the left side. Are they going to switch it up, or is he going to get subbed off here? Oh, they're going to switch it up.
So switching sides here.
Okay. Maybe they like Beal's speed to try to match with Niagaka's a little bit there.
That would make some sense.
Yeah, Hamble kind of plays it wide out of bounds. Plays it out wide to Niagaka again. Back to Lara Sanchez. Shot attempt right at Hample. He's been tested early and often, though, in this first half.
Yeah, it's 8 shots already for Bloomington.
Rolls it out wide to Schmaltz. Back to Rova Hagner. Back to Schmaltz. Loses the pass. Lindman back on it. He's going to make a run. Cuts it back to his left foot. Back to his right. Shot attempt. Smothered again by Hample. He sees Strauss open. Plays it out wide to Sanchez. Tries to go wide to Guy, but they weren't in sync there. Nicely done by Sam Sanchez, covering up that throw-in. Off to Strauss. I will say Jefferson closes on that ball so quickly. I mean, when a guy has possession and they find that loose pass, they are all over. Here goes Carlson trying to look for Strauss. Lemon back on the ball.
There's the ball. There it is.
Plays it wide to Godders. Godders going back to Lindman.
He's up there alone, though. It doesn't have much help on this run.
No. Ooh, dangerous slide tackle there by Schmaltz. Timed it perfectly. I'm always a little leery of those slide tackles when you're near the box, but he timed that beautifully. It is a corner kick, though, for Jefferson Jaguars here. It looks like Godders is lining up for the corner.
Rova Hagner coming back in.
Weston Schull taking a little breather as Rova Hagner gets back in. Jaguars bringing a lot of numbers forward here. If they can get a third goal, that would really put them in a bind this early in the match. Swings it in.
Devin gets hands on Hample.
Nicely done on that. Beal chasing hard, trying to keep it in, but it goes out of bounds. Yeah, a little bit about Jefferson Jaguars. Last year they were 9-6-3. They lost to Eastview, oddly enough, in the sections last year, which was the Raiders' first opponent of the season. They were 2-3-2 in conference. They were 4th out of 8 in the Metro West Conference, with Orono being the conference champs. Looks like they lost about 6 seniors from their varsity team last year, but they returned 10 guys, including, like we mentioned before, Niagaka and Lindman's, two of their best players up top, and you can tell they play well together.
Yeah, so it looks like a well-coached team. They work in sync well together.
And as I say that, Niagaka taking chase here, making a run. Hampel comes out. Just last touch was just a little long, but you cannot give him any room. Man, he is fast on the ball.
It was like he was in a hurdles event.
Hampel throws it wide to Sam Sanchez.
Call him Super Mario.
Goes back to Beal.
Elephant Mario. Whoa.
Out of bounds, it'll be Raiders' throw.
Yeah, that was a different point. Everyone was making videos about it.
Out of bounds there by Geib. Goes back to Bloomington. Roba Hagner on the ball. Sees Geib. Geib's got some space. Tries to link up with Carlson, but just sends it too long. Anya on the ball. Plays it wide. Stanley to Goddard's. Back to Anya. Hattab on the ball.
Transition again.
Yeah, we're seeing that exactly what you're talking about. Nice play by Beal. Smart play. He felt him on his back and just kind of turned wisely. Plays it back to Riley Stewart.
What's wrong with my spark? Oh, yeah.
I think, if I'm correct here, there's 3 Stewart boys playing at the high school this year.
Yeah, that's correct. Yep. You have Brady injured right now, sitting on the bench here for the Raiders. Riley here on the field, and then
And Cody's playing in the C squad, correct?
yes, yeah.
So the Stewart, so the 3 Stewart boys in the program. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
No, that's pretty awesome feat. Adam Schmaltz with a throw in here. Hattab with some space again in that midfield, cuts it back, looking for one of his streaking forwards coming across. Wisely pulls it back, and they'll reset.
Although Beals had that same situation last year with Malachi playing up as an 8th grader, so they had an 8th grader and 2 varsity players.
A lot of family connections here in the soccer program, which is great to see. And I know the Carlsons have had a lot of boys that come through, Jed being the 3rd and youngest of them all, playing in the varsity program. Hattab plays it wide for Stanley. Back to Hattab. Little back heel, nice 1-2 touch. So shifty in that midfield. Man, Hattab is slick. Hampel plays it wide for Sanchez. Niagaka all over it, though, and smothers it. Sanchez plays it to Roba Hagner. Goes to Schock. Tries to go back to Strauss. So as we kind of approach the end of the first half, Coach, thinking about some of the changes that Hastings could make, what do you do here to kind of tweak it and get a goal? I mean, Bloomington has really kind of dominated this first half.
Well, we saw early on in the half, we had the Raiders had some good opportunities here, and just go back and look and see, okay, what were we doing different there that we're not seeing here in the second half of the half, and try to get some of that form back.
Yeah, and it seems like when they've had numbers going forward, Jefferson always has 4 guys in that back line that have been covering. So you may have to push another guy forward and expose your defense even more to get a goal. Because what they're doing right now, it seems like they're trying to control the midfield, and it hasn't really worked yet. And partly due to some of their midfielders who have really controlled the ball well. It'll be interesting to see how they change the second half. Maybe they change formation. They try new guys that maybe haven't played as much.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they come up with here.
Yeah, and it's, again, we talked about it. It's early in the season, right? So you're not really sure the combination play. Strauss has a little space here. See if he can find the ongoing runner here. Tries to go to Schock. 15 closes on that quick throw, but he's got a little room. Back to Sanchez. Swings it across to Strauss. To Roba Hagner. Ooh, good through ball to Carlson. Oh, nicely done by Anya. Closes quickly. Nice turn by Roba Hagner. The top on the ball goes to Niagaka. A little step over, pulls it back. Niagaka tries to go through ball, but Lemon not linking up there. Top on the ball yet again. He's got some space, trying to call for a little through ball to Lindman. Kind of signaling for him where to go. You can tell the two are just talking to each other about where they should be. Goes wide to Schmaltz. Geib on the ball here. Loses on the first touch. Geib fighting for that ball. Yagaka with a little space now, looking for the ongoing runner. Nice battle by Beal. Top on the ball yet again. Geib gets a touch. He's got Strauss. And we have numbers, 3-on-3 if he can push it. 1 minute left in the half. He's got some room. He wants to rip it. Tries to make a run down that left side. Plays it back to Sanchez.
That'll be a goal kick.
Yeah. Shot attempt there. I don't know if he was trying to swing it across to the far post. We just had a little bit of a miss hit. Just struggling to link up together up top so far in that first half. They've had some chances to make some runs, but they haven't been able to finish in that last third of the field. They're just letting it run here with about 20 seconds left. Yeah, before we go to the halftime, we'll kind of review some of the first half goals and kind of show you some of the highlights, which has been, unfortunately for Raider fans, mainly Jaguar highlights.
A little one-sided.
Yeah. All right, shot attempt by Carlson from way out. Totally smothered by the goalie, but at least they're testing him out here before half. So at the halftime, Bloomington-Jefferson takes a 2-0 lead. We got the wrong score line up here right now. It is 2-0 Jefferson. We'll correct that. You can tell Dan Starling very happy with his players as they're coming off here. We're going to kind of review some of those first half goals as we go through. Here's the first one. We got Lindman on a little through ball, finishes near post easily there. You can tell they're a little frustrated, looking for either a handball. In the second one, we got a handball here. And, of course, Hatab finishes after winning the rock, paper, scissors battle.
That's my highlight of the half.
Yeah, so we'll be right back at you for the second half. We've had 2 goals by the Jefferson Jaguars. Hopefully the Raiders can come back and make this a game.
Good job, guys. You sound great.
Couple glitches to get started.
It's a bumpy.
you getting my camera, Hunter? Is everything hooked up correctly? Hunter? Alright, so he's off. Whoop. Woo! That's good. Sick.
Guess who's reading the, what is it called?
Oh my god, is it her? She is? Wait, what? Wait,
No, after. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's like hella trash bins all over the place. There's like 2 near me.
oh my gosh, I cannot wait. Okay, it's not that crazy. I have it crazy. I got the crazy.
Are you getting my camera?
Yeah, so I think
You got the whole ride here. You just oh my god. It's all your Riley, you just scored plus 3. Just make sure that you yours is the large and then I think Bella's wait, is Bella your cousin or your sister? Bella, Riley. Bella's like, Bella has stature. Riley, I got stuck by a wasp. When? Like, you're sitting like where the section is. Probably would have thought. Like, I actually understand. Is there a big deal? I need her no. Hey, Liam. Keegan, you want to walk with me? Keegan, Victor, do you want to walk with me? Oh, it's hot out. It's hot. I got stung by a wasp. Guys, weird. Wasp still
Got it. Yeah, I did. I was asking you a few times. I don't think you were up in the hut, so you're fine. But I was asking you if you got my camera. So I just want to make sure everything's all plugged in. I mean, everything is plugged in. I just don't know, of course, if that means that you're gonna get it. There's the green. Just gotta get your auto ND on. Yeah, so if you want us to use the hand thingamadoodle here,
Flip the switch.
yeah, but like I've never used it before, so
Yep, I know. I'll give. We don't need to run up on it, I don't think. Okay. I'll give you, like I said, when I'm feeling better, I'll give you a better rundown on it. Your version might take a minute. So. All right.
Oh my God! No, shoot. Are you serious? Ain't no one gonna. We learned our lesson now.
Okay. Welcome back to Todd Field at McNamara Stadium, where we have the second half action starting up here for the boys' soccer game. At the half, it is Bloomington-Jefferson with the early 2-0 lead, with goals by Stanley and Hatab. Jefferson has the kickoff in the second half. Let's see what adjustments the Raiders make as we kind of progress into the second half. I'm Kyle Kreiser, joined by Jeremy Reuter. We're going to pick up the action right away with Hatab passing the ball wide over to Stanley, the first goal scorer of the day. Swings it back to Anya.
I think mine is pretty bright too, but it could be looking better on your screen. I don't know.
Back to Anya, to Goddards. Goddard swings it all the way across. Well read by Beal.
They did keep Beal on the left side. That was one adjustment they had made near the end of the half.
And it looks like they're going with Strauss in the middle this time. Goes to Rova Hagner. Instead of out wide, they're kind of playing him in the middle, see if he can make something happen. Rova Hagner gets his pocket picked here. Hatab back on the ball to Niagaka. Niagaka had a ton of great attempts in that first half, making runs down the middle. Swings it wide to Stanley. Out of bounds here. Yeah, goes back to Bloomington. Looks like Benjamin Fox is getting some action here, number 21 for the Jaguars. Didn't see him much in the first half, but he's playing kind of that left side mid-roll. As we speak, they throw it right to Fox. Back to Lindman, the captain. Lindman with a nice turn. Goes right around Tony Lau here. And they're going to call him. He clipped his back ankle as he's making a turn. We've seen Lemon really been able to expose the Raiders on the defensive end, making good turns and attempts at the goal. Let's see what they line up on the ball here. Looks like they got Hatab again. And Goddards. Last time they had the preferred left foot of Hatab take the free kick. This one's a little further out. The first attempt was right on top of the box, right smack dab in the middle. This one a little bit off to the side here. They can swing it in with the right of Goddard, so with the left of Hatab. They do have about 5 guys in the back post that they could swing it to as well. Looks like, let's see what they do here. Looks like Goddards is going to take it, swings it across. Oof. Nice save by Hampel.
Holy cow.
That was instant reactions there. Anya came in on that back post, kind of went off of his thigh, and he covered it up completely. We might get a replay of that a little bit later. Just quick reactions there by Hampel. We're back at the action, though. Anya's going to swing it around to a central defender here. Swings it around to Stanley. Back to Hatab. Jefferson playing quick soccer, swinging it around, getting 1-2 touches. Raiders doing a lot of kick and run that we saw in the first half. Not controlling possession as much as I know Coach Swanson would like. Throw in for Beal here. Geib looking to flick it on with his head, but no one making that run down the middle.
That's something the Raiders are going to want to correct there.
Yeah, trying to find. They've just been missing that final link. A couple times you've seen guys kind of look for a guy making a run down the middle, but no one's been there. Geib gets away with the ball here. Gets his pocket picked here. Hatab back on the ball.
They're going to call outside.
Yeah, they're going to call him offsides. As soon as they made that pass, I'm looking for that flag. Had a step or two that he was offsides. We're going back to that free kick here. I think there it's off of his thigh. You can tell Anya kind of misread the bounce a little bit. I don't know if he expected it to bounce that high and it went off his thigh. I think if he gets a clean boot on that, that's probably in the back of the net. Great camera action by our TV crew at HCTV. Jackson Rentz with a long ball looking for Jed Carlson.
He's got him.
Well covered up there, though, by number 13. That's Matthew Ouellette. Oh, they're going to say he kept his arms down, shouldered into Strauss. They're going long ball. We've seen this. So there's Fox with some good wheels. Well played there by Hampel. Lau can't control that clearance. Hatab going to push forward as Stanley takes the throw here. Hey, another shout out to BEC TV out of Bloomington. Our partner station out there in Bloomington, picking up our live stream here, supporting local television, local sports. Always a good thing. They're going to call it on Strauss.
Leaning in a little bit. It's shoulder to shoulder, but a little bit of lean there probably cost him.
Yeah, and Strauss a little upset, rightly so. He was frustrated that he didn't get the call before when he was on the other side of the field, but the difference is his arm was a little further up than the Jefferson player. You can see the frustration in his face, though. Goddard's on the ball here. Trying to chip it over the top. Hampel all over it. Swings it out. We got some space here if they can push forward. Sanchez is going to try to... Here. Yeah, we got 5 Raider players pushing forward against their 5. Sanchez making a good run here.
I lost in traffic there.
Yeah, Jefferson wisely getting their numbers back, though. They've really kind of been able to find a good shot attempt there.
It's Beal on that one.
Yeah, that was from way out. I don't think we expected that to happen.
Not quite.
But good to test the goalkeeper, right? You never know what can happen. You know, you mishandle the ball, and you got a guy right there.
Well, and 3 of the Raiders' goals from Thursday night were from well outside also.
Sure.
So.
Good battle there by Geib fighting for that ball. Tony Lau plays it forward to Jed Carlson. Back to Geib. Well played by Brody Geib. Swings it around to Jackson Rentz. Rentz pressing forward now. Kind of misread the pass there to Beal. Jackson Rentz turns on the ball again. Goddard's on the ball now for Jefferson.
Sorry.
Cleared out there by Ouellette.
Kept that one in the park, though, just barely.
Oh, man. Yeah, every once in a great while you see a ball cleared out in the oncoming traffic that's coming by, is surprised by a ball when it ends up on the top of their vehicle. I've seen Jackson Rentz clear a couple balls out of here in the past.
Oh, yeah, we lost a few during practice, too. It's a long run for a player to go get that ball.
Yeah, stays in for just a throw-in, close to getting a corner. Good run by Rova Hagner. All right, so Beal on the ball here. See if the Raiders can get a goal and get back in this game. They've struggled in that last third of the field to get going. Beal with the ball. With Strauss, he's got something going. Rova Hagner with a shot. Oh, they just close on that really quickly. Sandwiched by the Jefferson Jaguars. Good defense there by the Jaguars. They had a chance there for a split second.
Mr. 4 had it.
Yeah, they're talking to Carlson maybe about the pressure he put on the goalie. You got to back off maybe just a little bit.
A little bit there. Sometimes players get excited when the goalie bounces that ball.
Yeah, no, I mean, no harm in that. I know you're always taught to pressure the goalie and make him make mistakes. It's funny that I think all 3 Carlsons have all played striking positions in that role. We're getting the head nod. It's like bred in their blood. Ooh, good attempt there by Jed Carlson. Oh, nice save by the goalie. Mullinen wisely comes out on that. Carlson making the run so quick.
Should be a corner here for Hastings.
Yeah, it will be a corner for Hastings. Let's see that run again. They're pressuring the ball. Better stuff than what we saw in the first half. Carlson fighting for that ball. And Mullinan covers it up. Let's see who's going to take the corner here. Looks like Sebastian Strauss with that left foot is going to swing it in. Putting numbers on that back post. He swings that in. Let's see what can happen here. Oh, Rentz just misses. Beal with the ball here. Nice turn. Geib. Oh, and a shot and goal by Brody Geib. Great finish and great feed by Beal to Geib. And just like that, it becomes a 2-1 game. Great finish for the Raiders.
You hear the excitement in the fans here.
Yeah, that was number 4 for the Raiders with the finish. That's Brody Geib. Fed in by 21. Beal. You can hear the excitement from the fans. They were looking for a spark here. Jefferson really controlled that first half, so to get that goal puts them right back in the game. It's now a 1-goal differential here. Hatab back on the ball. So slick. Kind of a mishit by Riley Stewart there. Fox battling for the ball. They're going to call it out of bounds on Jefferson. Hatab back on the ball. Him and Stanley kind of close together. Good battle there by Carlson. Out of bounds. They're going to call Hastings throw. You can feel the momentum shifting already in the second half.
Coming
out with a lot more life.
Battles.
Yeah. Shock on the ball, really putting pressure on him. Goddard's to Stanley here. Back to Goddard's. Nice turn. Out of bounds on Carlson. Jefferson ball. I love the energy they brought out in the second half. It's a different kind of Raiders team than what we saw. They've been very flat, not a lot of life. And it really started when Beal made that run on the left side and really pulled it back, following the streaking Brody Geib. Out of bounds there by Jackson Rentz. It'll be Jefferson throwing again. Stanley with the ball. Tony Lau wisely places it.
Yeah, good recovery there.
Yeah, this is a senior-heavy back line, too, with Rentz and Riley Stewart. And it does help when you got 3 guys that are seniors in your back line.
A lot of experience there.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what you want, right? You want guys that aren't going to make mistakes, that are smart players. All right, so it goes to goal kick. Hampel plays it wide quickly. Almost too quickly as they were trying to sub. He saw that we had a lot of space on the left side, so they're going to sub here. Looks like they're going to give Stanley a little breather. And they're going to put back Anders Mikkeltvedt. Sorry about the pronunciation here. We know our Hastings guys are still kind of getting familiar with the Jefferson players.
Be a Hastings throw here.
Tony Lau with a nice throw into Geib here. See if he can flick it onto Shock. Nicely done. Swings it across to Strauss. See if he can play it one more. He's got Rova Hagner streaking. Niagaka streaking back. Ooh, good idea. Good battle there by Goddard's. Jackson Rentz tries to control it. Niagaka on the ball now. Good turn. Trying to find Lindman or Fox. Well, you can tell Fox has some wheels up top. He is a fast player. Man. Goes back to Beal on that left side. Cuts it across. Trying to find the streaking Sam Sanchez. They're going to let this ball run out for a goal kick. So tactfully shifting guys around a little bit has really helped the Raiders. They've had a little bit more speed in that center position and kind of swung Geib outside and Sanchez outside. They're trying different combinations, and it seems to have worked so far.
It's definitely getting more pressure here than we saw in the end of the first half.
Yeah. Shock on the ball here. Good slide tackle attempt to stop him. Carlson going in hard here. He's got ball in the corner here. Tries to go back heel. Out of bounds on Jefferson. Good throw in by Carlson. It'll be a corner kick. All right, so the Raiders keeping the pressure. Let's see who's on the ball here for the corner. Looks like Jed Carlson's lining up behind it. They're switching it up. They had Sebastian Strauss doing the first corner kick. Now they're going to do Jed Carlos and see if something else happens. They got numbers on that back post again. See if they can crash and put one in the back and let they go short to Strauss. Ooh, a little slip attempt. Nice turn by Lindman. Just clears it out. Tony Lau on the ball. Hatab on the ball here. Again, the midfield plays it to Niagaka. Niagaka swings it over here. Let's see. There he is. He's got the ongoing runner. Loses the ball. Beal on it now. Out wide to Sanchez. Shock making a run down the left side. Let's see what the call is going to be here. We're going to call a corner again.
Nice.
Third corner attempt in about 5 minutes.
See if they can make a connection
Yeah,
here.
I'm going to try Shock on the ball here. Someone different. Here's the in-swinger from Shock. Ooh, just missed it by Jackson Rentz.
Back out.
Good ball, though, by Shock. That was beautiful. Curled in just beautifully. Yeah, I think one of the biggest difference I've seen in the second half is not only the pressure they've been able to put on the outside, but they've been able to control the midfield balls as well. And when you control the midfield, you can kind of control the possession, the pace of play. And you can see that Dan Starlin not necessarily happy. Kind of subbing, trying different combinations here, putting Lara Sanchez back in. They have numbers going forward there. We're lucky that that pass did not swing through because they had about 2 guys streaking in down the middle, and we had 1 defender.
That's that transition we talked about earlier, right? You always have to be watching out for that.
Yeah, sometimes you put too many numbers down and you got, you know, a 2v1, 3v2 going forward, and it makes it really uncomfortable for that defensive line. Goddard's on the ball. Rova Hagner picks his pocket. He's got Sanchez streaking down. He also has Carlson on his right. He goes to Sanchez. Ooh, well done by the goalie to come out and cover that. Goddard's on the ball, goes to Hatab. Tries to turn. Nicely done by Brody Geib. He's going to swing it across all the way to Hampel and try to change possession here and go all the way across to something else. See if Beal can keep it in. Out of bounds, it'll be Jefferson's throw-in. So about 15 minutes into the second half, we see a totally different Hastings Raider team than what we saw in the first half, playing with a lot of energy, a lot of pace, and playing quicker. I think in that first half they were playing so slow, and you could see Jefferson. Yeah, and Jefferson just picked them apart in the midfield. Niagaka on the ball here. Ooh, fancy footwork, cutting it back. Does a little step over, tries to take him left. Well done by Geib, closing down on that. Knocks it out of bounds. Raider ball. Brody Geib really looking strong in the second half, possessing the ball, being able to keep his body in front of it. And had a big goal to boot. Goddard's on the ball. Swings it across. Olet back to Goddard's.
Bloomington using space well in this possession.
Yeah, Lara Sanchez now back in. Swinging it across to the far side. Back to Goddard's. Goddard's has been all over the field today. Back to Goddard's. Tries to go through ball for Lindman. Hampel all over it. Well read by the goalkeeper. Beautiful day here at Todd Field. And again, as a reminder for our fans that are just tuning in, there is a girls game against Jefferson coming up at 1 o'clock. So come on down, watch some great soccer action on a Saturday. Our first of 2 games here for the Raiders. As a reminder for our fans, too, there's only been 1 game so far this season for both teams. The Raiders did start off the season with a big early victory over Eastview, winning 4-3. Coming from behind, down 3-0, they came back and won 4-3. And Bloomington played Park Cottage Grove and lost 2-0. So both teams still trying to figure things out this early on. Strauss with a nice run down the left side. Swings it in with the left foot. Well covered there by Anya. Lara Sanchez fighting for the ball. Back to Rova Hagner with a shot attempt. Well over the goal, but good shot attempt. Keeping pressure on that back line. Yeah, we did talk about, too, the implications of this game. Even though it's early on in the season, when we talk about section seeding, every game matters, even the second game of the season.
For sure. Yep, season goes quick, and you want to get as far down that list as you can.
Yeah, and both teams, I believe, playing early section opponents too, and that makes a big difference, right? Even though a win against Eastview doesn't seem like a big deal, well, it might matter when it comes to section play.
That's always just great to start the season with a win,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Fires your team up a little bit.
And just like that, it's a 2v2 play here. Niagaka trying to make a run with that left foot. Shot attempt. Hampel well covered. Great job by Devin Hampel. He was in the right position at the right time. Lara Sanchez found Niagaka. He cut it over to his left foot. Hampel all over it. Goddard's back on the ball. Back to Lara Sanchez. Too long with his pass. Strauss now on the ball. Cuts it back. Strauss getting a little frustrated. It feels like he maybe was clipped on the back ankle there. Carlson fighting for that ball. Unfortunately goes right to Hatab, who's plays a through ball to Niagaka. Rentz pushing hard to battle him. Oh, what a nice shot by Niagaka.
That's a beautiful shot.
Oh, my goodness. He is lethal with that left foot. Thank goodness Jackson Rentz bodied him there and just put him off his mark just a little bit. Otherwise, that would have been the back of the net. Swings it out wide to Beal as we restart. Sanchez battling for that ball. Out of bounds for Jefferson. We're going to see that. I think they just showed that shot attempt again. That was a beautiful run by Niagaka. They really linked up well in that midfield. Rova Hegner with the ball now. Streaking down the middle. Oh, beautiful ball to Carlson. See if he can make something do with this. Oh, boy.
Oh.
It'll be out of bounds for a corner kick, though.
Good pressure again by the Raiders.
Yeah, great ball by Rova Hagner. You can see it right here. Carlson just a step off of that. Inches away from having a good shot attempt. Carlson's on the ball for the corner here. Numbers forward for the Raiders as he swings this in. Let's see what happens. Well cleared by Niagaka. Back to Tony Lau. Plays it to Carlson. Kind of goes inside of the boot. Flicks it on. Seen Sanchez finish. Oh, beautiful save.
Offsides.
They're going to call it, yeah. Couldn't see it from this angle, but it looked like he was just offsides on that flick on. We're going to see it on the replay right here. Still can't tell on the replay, but it looked like he was just inches behind 15, so Sanchez called offsides for that. Good combination play by the Raiders, though. They're so close to getting that second goal and putting the pressure on. And we are at the halfway point of the second half, and Raiders have really stepped up their game in this second half and really done a better job possessing the ball. Nice turn by Niagaka. Swings it out wide. They try to go back to him. You can see the speed taking off here. Goes back to Lindman. Just misses the mark on his shot. He's going to want that one back. You can tell he's frustrated. You can even hear the parents from Bloomington telling him, hey, just lean over that ball on that shot. I know he'll want that one back. You don't get a lot of great opportunities like that in a game where you have a chance to kind of put this game away with a 2-goal lead. Swings it out wide to Tony Lau. Lau with a little bit of a miss hit here.
Near midfield here. Should be a Bloomington throw.
Goddard's on the ball here.
Just missed on the connection.
Yeah. Lemon now possessing, goes wide to Niagaka. He's got that left foot again.
Good drop on Tony's part.
Well done by Rova Hagner for being in the right position at the right time. Kind of denying that shot attempt.
And now a good battle here.
Yeah, Hatab controlling again in that midfield. They haven't given him as much space as they did in that first half.
Which is good because he's dangerous with the
He
ball.
is very dangerous with the ball. Strauss on the ball. He's got Carlson to his right if he wants him.
Oh, it's touched just a little too big
Yeah,
there.
just a little too long on the dribbling there.
Carlson petitioning for the handball.
He's making a run. Let's see if he can do something with this.
Oh, good run there on Carlson's part.
Yeah, he really is dangerous. When you give him a little space, he's so quick.
Yeah, give him that outside edge, and we've seen that just, since he's been a young kid, right? You give him a little bit of space outside, and he is dangerous in a hurry.
Yes, he is. He's got a great right-footed shot. All right, we got two new guys coming on in. We got Adam Schmaltz and Jacob Ruder getting their first action here. All right, looks like they're going to switch things up just a little bit here. Drop those two guys in the defensive line. giving Rentz a breather. He's really had to work hard in the second half, keeping up the pace of Niagaka and Lindman.
Yeah, those guys will make you work.
Beal battling for this ball.
Oh.
Going to call a trip. Reuter
There you
tripped
go.
up going for the ball.
Nothing else getting in the way, right?
Trying the quick restart. Good idea by Jacob Reuter. I like the idea of getting that restart. You got momentum going forward, get it right away. Looks like Riley Stewart's going to take this. They're pushing numbers forward, putting those big bodies up if he can. Stewart going to swing it in.
Oh, it's a nice ball in.
Really nice ball. Dangerous ball. Fortunately, it lands at the feet of Niagaka, who's so quick.
Which is not the result you're looking for if you're the Raiders.
Niagaka just looking for someone to swing it to. Nicely done. Stanley makes that run, looking for someone to shoulder the ball. Goes back to Niagaka. Good defending by Schmaltz. Rova Hagner goes wide to Reuter. Falls to Stanley's feet, but good defending there by Reuter. Runs him out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick, though, for Bloomington-Jefferson. Looks like Hatab's going to line up to take this one. With that preferred left foot, he's going to swing this in.
Could be a nasty hook from this side.
Yeah. We've seen him with some good shot attempts with that left foot, though. Hatab going to swing this in.
Ball.
Wisely
Good out on
bodies.
Tony's part,
Yeah. Wisely bodies Niagaka, who's so dangerous.
Deep enough for Hampel here. Keeper always appreciates when he can force those shots from a little further outside.
Yeah, makes his life a little bit easier when you can see it from that far out. Okay, so header clears out. Carlson wants the ball right away. They want to push the numbers forward. Looks like Jefferson's content kind of... Ooh, we got some space here for Weston Schultz. Got some space there for Rova Hagner. Just wide on the shot attempt.
And that's the distance I see Johan shooting from. He's very dangerous from just outside the box. If you give him a half a second, he's got quick release.
Yeah. He had a little bit of space there, but not enough to really wind up and put pace on that. All right,
But it does result in the corner. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Must have been a deflection as it came off his foot, too. So Sebastian Strauss lines up for this. He's going to swing it in with his left foot. He's got Shock. Ooh. I saw Shock making that near post run. I thought he had a chance to kind of angle that ball in. It'll be the Raiders' ball still. Rova Hagner goes back to Beal. Splits the D here. Ooh, we got a shot attempt.
Oh. Keeper moving quick again.
Yeah, Shock crashing goal trying to get that deflection. We talked about that, though, how sometimes taking those shots from out of bounds puts the keeper in an uncomfortable position where you have to worry about that deflection.
Yeah, and provides a secondary opportunity if you're willing to make the run.
Yeah. Okay, we had a little jersey tug there. And so it'll be Jefferson's ball when they were going up for the header there. It looks like someone was tugging at the jersey. Not sure who. Either way, Anya's on the ball here in that center defensive role, going to try to push this ball forward. Oh, they're going to call a handball. Yeah, you could tell Tony knew it as soon as it hit his hand. He was kind of the guilty party. This is a dangerous position. You can see Hatab clapping with his opponent, both him and Goddard. So dangerous from up top on top of the box. They can go right foot or left foot, whatever the preferred kicker here. About 13 minutes to go in the game. It's a 2-1 lead still for Jefferson. A tale of two halves, though. Jefferson really controlling play in the first half. The Raiders been able to put some pressure on the Jaguars in the second half, but a really back-and-forth battle. It's been really fun and entertaining to watch. Goddard's going to line up with the right foot.
Going high.
Yeah. Just kind of mishit it a little bit. No harm done for the Raiders here.
Always nice when you can escape situations like that.
Yeah, I know. You can tell Tony Lau as soon as that happened felt bad, but it's one of those on a bouncy turf that you never know what can happen. Strauss has some space here though on that left side. See if he can swing it in or make a run here.
Should be ball here for
yeah,
Raiders,
he clipped his ankle. We're gonna have an indirect kick, I think, from this position. So Strauss has that preferred left foot. See if he swings it in or if they decide to go with Shock's right foot. They got choices here, depending on where it is.
we see Shock here, I'd be looking for him to go to that far post. He's dangerous on hooking those balls in.
Yeah. You can hear the parents even yelling, too. They know what's coming. So it looks like Shock is going to be the one lining up for this free kick. Tries to go near post and swing it in. It was a direct kick, so that would have countered if it got found the back of the net.
Well, I think you see the keeper switched to the far post there on his coverage, so kind of forced the hand a little bit.
We're going to get some fresh legs in. Looks like Brody Geib and Sam Sanchez are back on for the Raiders. Geib has really played well in that second half in that center mid position. Weston Schultz
Good touch there.
Yeah, trying to link up with Carlson. Good touch by Tony Lau. Tries to play it back to Beal. Weston Schultz plays it back to Lau. Lau back to Schultz. Schultz alt wide to Carlson. Carlson cuts it back. He's got some options here. He tries to swing it to Sanchez. Oh, man, the deflection was right there. Beal's got a little space. Good shot attempt.
Oh.
Ooh, we get a little deflection as well. It'll be a corner kick. I like the Raiders' approach, though. They're just attacking the net. We've seen this goalie make a couple shaky deflections. He's made some good saves, but he also had a couple trouble on a couple shots, too.
His initial contact's been great, but it's providing some opportunities.
Correct. Strauss goes short. Goes dummy to Sanchez. Oh, nice save. Good play by the Raiders, though.
Yeah, a little different look again.
Yeah. Keeping the pressure on. 11 minutes left in the game. Jaguars still holding on to a 2-1 edge in this game. Beal battling for the ball here. Geib gets a boot on it. Strauss trying to turn. Goes wide to Carlson. Goes back to Strauss. Oh, shot attempt right at the goalie.
Again, another deflection like we talked about, so
Yeah.
the Hastings throw here.
He's in the right spot, though. That was a great attempt by the Raiders. Back to Carlson. And try to cut the angle, trying to turn the corner here. Swings it across. Well handled by the Jaguars. We're going to see another shot here. A good little combination play. Strauss has a shot attempt right here, but right at the goalie.
Good look
Oh, they
there.
tipped it.
Carlson with the outstep.
Beautiful. I lost it for a second there. Carlson comes to the crowd, is excited, bringing the energy. Once again, the Raiders are clawing their way back in this game. Carlson chips the keeper there. That was beautiful. See if we get another replay of this goal. So I lost it for a second in the corner. From our visibility, we couldn't see it. Let's get another look at this. Carlson to Strauss. He goes outside a boot, chips the goalie to that far post. That was beautiful. And we're back at action just like that. Stanley's making a run. Well played by Schmaltz.
Good slide by Schmaltz.
That makes it a 2-2 game with 10 minutes left in the game here. Raiders clawing back into this game just like they did in game 1 of their season. Reuter on the ball here, pushing it forward. Carlson.
Hastings ball.
Carlson gets a touch, but it's cleared out by Jefferson. It is the Raiders' ball.
Oh, some substitution here.
Yeah, they're going to stop play here and get the subs in. Looks like Jackson Rent's got his breather now. He's going to come back in. Looks like Schmaltz is off as well.
Rova Hegner coming in also.
Yeah. Sliding back into that center mid role. As we mentioned before, but we're corrected a little bit, there will be overtime if the game remains a tie, which is always great when you have two teams that are battling back and forth. You love to see an actual finish where maybe they can decide the game. Lindman slicing and dicing, but well picked up by Riley Stewart. Riley Stewart just so dependable back there. Just does the right thing, makes the right decision. Ooh, good turn by Hatab again. They're not going to call that trip. May have clipped him in the ankle, but it looked like he had more ball than anything else. Jaguars back on the ball. Stanley with it at his feet here. Trying to swing it across, but ends up in Strauss's feet here. He's got Guy making a run, if he can get it to him. Geib on the ball. Finds Weston Schultz. Back to Geib. Back to Strauss. He's got Rova Hegner on the far post if he can get it to him. Shot attempt by Strauss. Oh, just over the top.
That's a beautiful shot again.
Yeah, you could see he wanted that shot when it was at his feet. Let's see it again. Strauss cuts it back to his preferred left foot. Rips the shot, but just over the crossbar.
We want to see a couple more of those if we can.
Yeah, and there's plenty of time for it, too, with 8 minutes left in the game. Raiders keeping the pressure on.
We talked about that change of pace here. Now matched up in shots here, a 16 for both teams.
Wow.
Kind of a one-handed affair, one-sided affair in the first half.
Yeah, like again, tail of two halves here. Beal swings it across to Strauss. Strauss has some space. Goes right foot. Oh, and chips the goalie. That was awesome in a flip to boot. Beautiful finish. Sebastian Strauss finds the back of the net.
The goal.
Wow, you cannot give space to Sebastian Strauss in that center midfield position. Here he is, turns, hits it right-footed, chips the goalie, and goes right over the top. Found just a little bit of space.
Well, we had just said he wanted another shot like that, right? That
Yeah.
same distance, that same range.
Yeah, you could see the frustration on his face after he missed it with his preferred left foot, switches it over to the right side and finishes it. Just like that, the Raiders find the lead with about 7.5 minutes left in this game. Looks like a replay of Game 1, huh, Coach?
It does. It's exciting for fans, right? We talked early in the game about how this is a team that doesn't quit. They don't give up. They play hard to that final whistle, and we're seeing it again.
Yeah. Bring in the energy.
A little stressful for Coach down there, but
Yeah. I think you'd prefer not to have to be down 2 goals to get to the lead here. But as it stands, the Raiders are up 3-2. Continuing the pressure on the Jaguars here.
and like you mentioned early, it's early in the season. Still figuring some things out.
Yeah, trying to find things that work for you, and I think they found some success putting Strauss in that center mid role instead of the outside position. Weston Schultz on the ball now. And they've just slid Carlson out wide. Strauss again in the middle. He's got some space. And he's got a space again. See if he can. Oh, man, that left-footed shot was there. Had Sanchez streaking down the middle, too.
Definitely get some good pressure here again.
Yeah, Strauss has been able to operate in that middle with a lot of success in that second half, get it to his left foot, and find some good shot attempts. Carlson back on the ball now, trying to make a run, try to go around the corner here. He finds that corner. Oh, nice save.
Another corner for the Raiders here.
You can see Carlson just blowing by McElfett here. Has a preferred right foot. Didn't have a lot of options there. He had to either go over the top of the goalie. That back post was pretty much covered. Looks like Carlson's going to be taking the corner yet again for the Raiders, bringing their big bodies forward. You can see Rentz looking for that ball.
We got Ethan Schock back in the game, giving Sebastian Strauss a little break there after that run.
Goes short for Beal. Cuts it back. Shot attempt by Beal. Oh, almost a deflection off number 13 as well. Well covered by the goalie. Jackson Rentz with a nice clear. Back to Anya. Riley Stewart with another header. Weston Scholl, beautiful ball to Schock. Schock tries to go one time to Carlson. Sanchez to Carlson. Yeah, good combination play here. Scholl, beautiful ball. We got Carlson now with some space. Swings it in. See if anyone can find the back post. Rova Hagner there, but not with any space to operate. Goes back to Geib. Geib looking to swing it in. Just missing the link up with Sam Sanchez there. But the Raiders continuing the pressure. With about 4 minutes left, the Raiders hold a slim 3-2 lead. You can tell there's some heavy legs out there. They need a little rest. Even though it's a much cooler day, they're still not maybe in peak season form, and you're still trying to work out the kinks. Looks like Sebastian Strauss back in for Sam Sanchez.
Some quick breathers here go a long ways. Get some water.
Yep.
That turf does
kind of a
heat up fast.
Kind of a miss hit by 13. It'll be out of bounds for the Raiders again.
And this is that range. They've been dangerous again.
Yeah. So I don't know if you heard that in the background, but if there's a team that's leading in varsity soccer, if they are subbing, they have to stop the clock. It's a good way to prevent just running out the clock at the end of the game.
Well, especially since in the high school game you don't have stoppage time. Usually
Yep.
you correct that way in a game in other locations, right? Other systems, but
Sure. So Guy tries a little feeder to Shock, runs a little long, but it'll be another corner for the Raiders. And the clock keeps ticking here with just over 3 minutes left to play. Strauss on the ball yet again here. Going to swing it in with that left foot.
see if we can find somebody looking for that back post range again.
Good run by, ooh, nice attempt there by Shock. Shock came streaking into that near post. And it looked like Strauss found him. He just couldn't angle it in the way he wanted to.
It's a hard angle to turn there coming in from that direction.
Yes,
but it's
it
a good
is.
attempt.
And with big bodies in front of you, too.
Yeah, it doesn't leave much of a window. Bloomington's been good at dropping back on those.
Yeah, and they got some big bodies in the back, too, that kind of shut you down. Anya's been a force in the back line. Not much gets past him. Good battling for the ball. Roba Hegner battling with Hatab here. Hatab on the ball. He's got numbers going forward. Lindman making that run. He's got
Raiders dropping back quick.
He's got Lara Sanchez streaking down. Good slide tackle, though, by Beal. Looks like he might have tweaked something, though, on this. Looks like maybe a cramp on that calf.
There's usually cramp or cleats sometimes get mixed in there.
Just based on the fact that, you know, someone's holding this cleat, putting pressure down, that's usually a sign that we have a cramp going on. We'll stop the clock with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Hey, as a reminder for our soccer fans out here, this is our first of 2 games today. Our second game will be the girls, Hastings Raider girls taking on the Jefferson Jaguar girls at 1 o'clock. We're going to have a little about 20-minute breather in between games, and then we'll get back to action. So Beal helped off the field. Looks like Schmaltz is going to come back on. Schmaltz, I don't think, was prepared to go back in as he's pulling up his shin guards and sliding them in real quick. All right, just over 2 minutes left. Numbers forward for Jefferson here. Nice piece of soccer there, kind of passing the ball around well. Ooh, good shot attempt by Lara Sanchez, and he wants that one back. That was a tough angle, though. It's a goal kick for the Raiders with just over 2 minutes left. They're going to play it wide for Tony Lau. You're going to see Jefferson really pressing hard in these last 2 minutes to try to get another goal. Schmaltz plays it forward. Geib loses it. Tough ball to handle, though. Limit on the ball, back to Lara Sanchez. Hatab with the ball. You don't want to give him any space. He is so slick. Plays it back to Anya. Plays it wide. Trying to find Lindman on a through ball here. Schmaltz seems to have it covered. Plays it wide to Geib. Geib on the turn. Beautiful.
Keeps it inside.
Beautiful turn. Strauss with an attempt, but just can't get that first touch going. Clock's still ticking. 90 seconds left. It'll be Jefferson ball. Sending numbers forward here. Limit on the ball here. Knocked out by Schmaltz. It is Jefferson's ball yet again. Anxious Raider fans here as they cling to a 1-goal lead. Nice ball across. Oh. Well
Nobody
covered.
there for the second touch.
Jed Carlson back to help cover that up, though. Dropping from that forward position. 45 seconds left. Carlson going to take his time on this throw-in. Nice throw-in. Wow.
Just getting some distance on that, right? Stretch the field. Shock with a big header down.
Yeah,
deep.
trying to pin it to that corner and put pressure on. Strauss chasing here. Yeah, hands are up. No, that's a good call by the ref.
Oh, yep, this will be a card here.
And that's going to be a card. Anytime the ball's supposed to be dead and you're messing with it, especially when you're trying to slow down the game, that's not a good look for a player at all. So they're going to give him a card. Coach Swanson going to sub him off.
Requirement in the high school game. Right, so
Gotcha.
yellow card got to come off. And that's good policy. Gives everybody a chance to settle down.
Yeah, and I don't think Sebastian was looking for anything there. He just, didn't think it was necessary for that foul to be called. Todd back on the ball. Weston Schultz picks his pocket.
So we're losing the shoe here.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And that'll be it.
Final attempt.
What a comeback by the Raiders. Unbelievable that they came back from 2 goals, clawed back, got the early goal in the second half, and came back and won 3-2. What a great showing by our young Raiders squad here. We're going to look back at some of those second half goals and see how they clawed back into this game, but another great performance by the Raiders.
And that's, like we talked about early on, this team doesn't give up. They make good runs here at the end and keep pressure to that final whistle. In this case, it's another victory here coming from behind.
Yeah, I see that first goal, Beal to Geib on the feed. And we're going to see the second goal here. The pretty outside boot shot from Jed Carlson from way out, chips the goalie. And then we're going to see the game winner by Sebastian Strauss. So Strauss involved in both a goal and assist here. Gets it to that right foot, chips the goalie for that game winner. And the Raiders cling to that 1-goal lead and hang on for the last 10 minutes. Great showing by the Raiders. Showed a lot of grit and showing that they're going to be a force to reckon with in section play. A big win early on in the season that's going to help for section seeding.
And if you want to support the Hastings boys soccer here, we do have the Booster Club here running a few events. There's a Butter Braid fundraiser going on right now. They have a car wash coming up soon. So anything you can do to support these boys, they work hard. We like to do what we can to support them back.
That's awesome. All right. Well, great showing by the Raiders. Let's give some shout out to a couple people that make HCTV possible. We got our producer and director, Hunter Pinky. I'm Kyle Kreiser, joined by Jeremy Reuter. Also give a shout out to our camera operators, Tori Sellner, Alex Anderson, Ian Andersack, and Will Sellen. And again, the man that does it all, Hunter Pinky, a big shout out for him. We'll be back with you guys for our next game in about 20 minutes as the Raider girls soccer team takes on the Jefferson Jaguars in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Thanks a lot, soccer fans.